Absolute Green Lantern is a comic you do not want to miss. Similar to Marvel's Ultimate, DC's Absolute ignores existing continuity and redefines characters in some pretty interesting ways. So if you've read Green Lantern before, you can kind of know what to expect. You know the Green Lantern Corps, you know where their power comes from, and in this story, that idea is flipped on its head in a pretty interesting way, leaning heavily into the cosmic element of Green Lantern. Instead of an intergalactic police force, the Green Lantern of this universe is treated more as an alien invasion. And something I really like about this story is that you as the reader pretty much know as much about this mysterious Green Lantern as the characters in the story do. And it makes for some really effective horror. We kind of watch the story unfold through the eyes of Hal Jordan, as this small town of Evergreen, Nevada is engulfed in this green cage of energy. The first issue starts with Hal walking down the street with his hand in his pocket when he is stopped by a police officer. This cop is on edge, and so is Hal, and he thinks Hal looks a little suspicious. He asks him what's in his pocket, and tells him to put both hands where he can see them. And Hal is just pleading, "No, please don't make me do it." And then everything goes black. And just like that, the officer is gone. And Hal cries out, "I'm so sorry." Makes his way to town where he stops at a diner. Here we learn more about what is actually going on. And as Hal feels threatened, we figure out why he kept his hand in his pocket. Hal Jordan is the Black Hand of the Absolute Universe. In the main continuity, Black Hand is the leader of the Black Lantern Corps, the Lanterns of Death. Hal's hand has become a black hole of death, eliminating anything it feels as a threat. Hal's transformation was the result of an interaction prior to this story with Abin Sur, who in this world did crash on Earth, but appears as still alive and almost a specter-like entity. And we don't know what the Green Lanterns or Abin Sur actually want, and we don't know where this power is coming from. The Green Lantern hero of this story is Joe Mullinen, and that's a character I do not know much about. I know that they were first introduced in Far Sector, and I genuinely don't know much about that, and after reading this story, I still don't know much about the character, and I think that's kind of by design a little bit. We're sort of watching the story unfold as each issue goes along and learning a little bit more. All we know is that we have Abin Sur out there who is passing judgment on our heroes, and these transformations are a result of that. That's pretty much all that we know. We don't know anything about where this power is coming from. We don't have the Guardians of the Universe or Oa. And you can see the fear on the people of this town. And there's a point when Hal Jordan is looking around and he sees people he's known his entire life. And he's never seen that much fear before. And that might be why in that moment Hal Jordan was not chosen as the Green Lantern, because he himself was also afraid. And the Black Hand is there to protect him when he feels threatened, and that is not necessarily a good thing. That involves a lot of destruction. And so this Green Lantern, we don't know what it is or what its motivation is, but it does not necessarily seem to be for good. Almost a little bit more like the Guardians of the Universe in the main continuity and their original plan with the Manhunters, how that went horribly wrong and a lot of people were harmed in that. So I think it's interesting. It's definitely a different take. I mean, we're not used to seeing Green Lanterns kill at all, and this is a very different Green Lantern, very graphic, very brutal. So far, the writing and pacing has been really good. Al Ewing is the writer on this one, and he's doing a great job of not being too heavy on the exposition and just kind of letting the story unfold through the characters and their responses to this alien invasion. And I really enjoy it so far, and you get little hints at things that might pop up later on. There's a part when Hal Jordan is talking about his black hand and how it absorbs light, and not just green light, all light, which might hint at some of the other colors in the greater Lantern mythos that we've seen in the emotional spectrum. And I would be interested to see how they would incorporate some of the other colors of this emotional spectrum into this current continuity that they're building up. The art has been okay. It doesn't blow me away, but it gets the job done. John Day Lindsay is the artist on this one, and the art overall, it does the job. It's effective. The action sequences look pretty cool, but there's just something about Hal Jordan's spiky hair that just isn't sitting right with me. I don't know. So that was my review for Absolute Green Lantern. You can pick up the first 2 issues at your local comic shop. Thank you for watching. Peace out.